Hello, dear students. Welcome to the today's geography session. If you remember, in the previous session, we had started with the chapter 5 winds, and we had covered the topic. We had started with the topic types of winds. In that, we have started with the first type of wind, that is planetary winds. We have just seen the introduction of the planetary winds, that what is planetary winds and how do they blow, and why the name was given as planetary wind, and what were the examples of planetary winds. Soon we will have a recall. Planetary winds means what? The winds which blow regularly, throughout the year. Okay, which blow regularly throughout the year from high pressure to low pressure, and also these winds cover a large portion of the earth. They cover the extensive portion of the earth, and that's why they are called as planetary winds. Since they cover the major portion of the earth, that is our planet earth, that's why it is called as planetary wind. So remember two things of planetary wind, that they blow throughout the year and also they cover large portion of the planet earth. Then we also saw the examples of planetary winds. What were they? Easterlies, westerlies, and the polar winds. Now let us study further what do we mean of with this subcategorized easterlies, westerlies, and polar winds. For this you have to refer to figure 5.3 on page number 22. Yes, explanation is down on page number 22 and also on 23. So please have a look over the figure 5.3, page number 22. Second para, at the end, last para. In both the hemispheres, the winds blow from the high pressure area between 25 degree and 35 degree parallels to the equatorial low pressure belt. So please see in the figure 5.3, you can see the mid latitudinal high pressure belt in the north and south. Can you see that is between 25 to 35 degree? Yes, that blue colored bar, that is written as 25 degree to 35 degree. So in both the hemispheres, that mid latitudinal high pressure belt is there. So where does the wind blow from? They blow from mid latitudinal high pressure belt to the equatorial low pressure belt. We have studied that the winds blow from high pressure to low pressure. So even in the north and even in the south, they are blowing from mid latitudinal high pressure belt, that is 25 to 35 degree, to the equator, that is equatorial low pressure belt. Okay, so these winds in both southern and northern hemisphere, we can see these winds are there. Then due to the rotation of the earth, their original direction changes. Yes, their original direction changes. We have studied this also, that always there is a change in the direction due to the rotation of the earth. So how they change? Let us look further. In the northern hemisphere, they blow from the northeast to the southwest, whereas in the southern hemisphere, they blow from the southeast to the northeast. If you look at the arrows, you can see in the northern hemisphere, see, they are blowing from where? From northeast to the southwest. And in the southern hemisphere, you can see they are blowing from the southeast to the northwest. So these winds coming from both the sides converge near the equatorial calm belt. So also coming from the these winds which are coming from the mid latitudinal high pressure belt towards the equator, coming from the northern hemisphere and coming from the southern hemisphere, they both come together, they converge, they gather together near the equatorial calm belt. And such winds are known as the easterlies. These winds are known as the easterlies. So have you all understood and why their name has been given easterlies? Because they are moving from east to west. The change in the direction is happening from east to west. You can see in the northern hemisphere it is changing from northeast east to the southwest, and in the southern hemisphere they are from southeast, see, from east to the northwest. So the changes are taking place from east to west. So these winds are known as easterlies. Then page number 23, see the paragraph. In both the hemispheres, winds blow from the mid-latitudinal high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt situated near 60-degree parallel. Now have a look to the figure 5.3 again. See there, now mid latitudinal high pressure belt, from there, that is 25 degree to 35 degree, the winds are blowing towards upside, that is subpolar low pressure belt. See in the northern hemisphere first. Can you see the arrows are pointing upwards, that is mid latitudinal high pressure belt. It is high pressure and then it will go towards the subpolar low pressure belt. Can you see there? Yes. So where this subpolar low pressure belt are situated? Along the 60-degree parallel. Okay. So these are the moving from mid latitudinal to subpolar. Now let us see how they change their direction. Their original direction changes due to the rotation of the earth. In the southern hemisphere, these winds blow from the northwest to the southeast, and in the northern hemisphere they blow from the southwest to the northeast. So you can see in both the hemispheres they are changing from west to east. They are changing from where? West to east. So in the southern hemisphere they are changing from where? Northwest to southeast, and in northern hemisphere they are changing from southwest to northeast. Since they are changing their direction from west to east, that's why these winds are called as westerlies. So now have you all understood what are easterlies and westerlies? Yes, easterlies, the changed winds from east to west, they are named as easterlies, and the direction of the winds when they change from west to east, then they are called as westerlies. So in both the hemispheres changes are taking place due to the rotation of the earth. Let us see now the next type. In both the hemispheres, winds blowing from the polar high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt. Now see there, first see in the northern hemisphere upside, can you see the word polar winds on the extreme north pole? Yes. So now it is high pressure belt. From the polar high pressure belt, that is 90 degree, they are moving to the subpolar low pressure belt, that is 55 to 65 degree. Where are the subpolar low pressure belt? 55 to 65 degree. Now the winds are blowing from the northern pole upside 90 degree because it is high pressure belt towards the subpolar low pressure belt. So these are called as polar winds, okay, because they are moving from the poles. That's why they are called as polar winds. Same then have a look in the southern hemisphere. Look at the south pole. Polar high pressure belt from 90 degree. The winds are blowing to the subpolar low pressure belt in the south, that is 55 to 65 degree. Again these winds are called as polar winds because they are blowing from the poles to the subpolar low pressure belt. So these they also blow from east to west. Let us have a look again to that paragraph. In both the hemispheres, winds blowing from the polar high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt, that is 55 to 65 degree, are called polar winds. So the name itself, polar winds, will give you an idea that the winds which are blowing from the poles, from the northern and southern poles towards what? Subpolar low pressure belt. Such winds are called as polar winds, okay, and they also blow from east to west. Then do you know winds in the southern hemisphere blow with great velocities? The southern hemisphere, you know why we will see the reason for that why in the southern hemisphere the winds blow with great velocities. What is the reason for that? The southern hemisphere is mostly occupied by oceans. So most of the area on the southern hemisphere is occupied by oceans, that is water bodies. In this hemisphere, the obstacle caused by the relief of the land surface is almost absent. So in the southern hemisphere, the land surface is almost absent. So the obstacles, the difficulties, the problems caused due to the relief of land surface is almost absent because it is covered with the ocean area, the southern hemisphere, okay. So as there is no obstacle, winds blow with greater velocities in the southern hemisphere as compared to the northern hemisphere. So have you all got what's the reason that the southern hemisphere the wind blows with great velocities? Because southern hemisphere is covered with maximum ocean areas and there is no land surface there. That's why the wind blows with great velocity over there. Let us see their characteristics. Their characteristics are as follows in the southern hemisphere. Okay, beyond 40 degrees south, so beyond 40 degree in the south, winds blow with tremendous velocities. How does the wind blow there? With tremendous velocities. These winds are called roaring 40s. Why 40s? Because it is beyond 40 degrees south. That's why these winds are called roaring 40s. Then around 50 degrees south, winds are stormy. Yes, winds are blowing like storm. Hence they are called furious 50s. What is the name given there beyond 50 degrees south? Since the winds are stormy, the winds are named as furious 50s. Okay. The next, the stormy winds around 60 degrees south make tremendous noise. Now here around 60 degrees south, the winds are stormy but they make tremendous noise. Okay, a large scale voice they make. Hence they are called screeching 60s. Screeching means what? Shouting, loud voice. Yes, so that's why they are called as screeching 60s. Why are such winds not found in the northern hemisphere at 40 degree, 50 degree and 60 degree parallels? Can anyone guess? Yes, why in the northern hemispheres they are not named as? Simple, because in the northern hemisphere maximum portion is covered with land area. Okay, that's why winds are not blowing at great velocities in the northern hemisphere. Okay. So with this we have finished our planetary winds. We will have a look towards the local winds. Local winds are very simple. The winds that blow for a short duration of time. So these winds blow for a short duration time while planetary winds blow throughout the year. Originate in specific regions. These winds originate in only some regions, only specific regions. Okay, and blow over a limited area are called local winds. Also these winds blow to very over a very limited area, not like planetary winds. They blow to they cover the maximum portion of the earth, major portion of the earth, but these local winds they affect only the little areas of the earth. They cover only a limited area. Such winds are called as local winds. So what are local winds? They have a short duration of time. They blow for a short duration of time. They originate in only specific regions and also they blow over a limited area. Local winds affect the climate of the region where they blow. Also they affect the regions where they blow. The climate of such regions are affected due to their blowing. These winds are known by different local names in the different regions where they blow. So wherever these local winds are blowing, in whichever regions they are blowing, that particular region is given different names. So different local names are given to the different regions wherever these local winds are blowing. So with this today I will take a pause and hope you have understood the planetary winds and local winds. Any difficulty, you're most welcome. Thank you and have a nice day.